Mr. Kramer, 5 minutes for questions.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Mr. Secretary, for being with us again. Thank you for your excellent leadership at a very important agency. Before I drill down into what's most important to me today, specifically the fossil energy research and development budget, I want to associate myself with Mr. Peters' comments about ITER. Even though San Diego is a long ways from North Dakota, his point about leveraging that resource, I think, was made well, and I also want to associate myself with the fact that I do feel like there's greater confidence given recent changes in leadership, and,
yes,
and appreciate your attention to that and your vast knowledge of it, so thank you for that. And with that, I do want to get to the more concerning topic for me, and that is the administration seems to be sort of sliding away from a commitment to at least, if not pilot scale, commercialization gap with demonstration projects in the fossil energy R&D, particularly as it relates to where I think the focus ought to be, and that is carbon capture and utilization and storage of CO2 from coal-fired power plants. Now, we know and we appreciate in North Dakota your role, your agency's role in partnering with the Energy and Environmental Research Center at the University of North Dakota and some of our utilities, particularly Minkota Power, in looking for some opportunity, testing some opportunity for an alum cycle or you know, and some of these new technologies that will bridge coal, coal's past and coal's future as a clean resource. But without the gap being filled, or at least supplemented by the taxpayers, I don't know that we can get there, quite honestly, and yet we need it so badly. Specifically, the administration's fiscal year 19 budget proposal moves away from the research and development of carbon capture in reducing its R&D roughly 75% relative to fiscal year 18. And of course, both in 17 and 18, the Congress itself has had to you know, sort of step it up. So given the fossil energy R&D request as a whole was increased relative to the President's request in fiscal year 18, can you explain why the department shifted so dramatically from carbon capture R&D?
Yes, sir. Here's my observation is that the FY19 budget will not impact the current activities that the department has funded up in your part of the world. Plain CO2 reduction, regional carbon sequestration partnership, that's going to continue on. Feasibility study on the Tundra project, that one is in that funding stream for FY19. The carbon SAFE, S-A-F-E activities, those are funded as well. Additionally, on the carbon capture issue, last year in about May, I was in China for the Clean Energy Ministerial, and we were able to get CCUS placed into that. Now, obviously, these are not dollars that are going to be spent in North Dakota, and I understand that, but I think from the standpoint of the commitment of the agency to the carbon capture, utilization, sequestration, and actually yesterday, Chairman Alexander in the Senate was talking about being able to find, obviously using our national labs, using our universities that we have relationships with, a use for carbon dioxide is that, you know, and again, there's no eureka moment here, but you know, those are the exciting technologies and opportunities that we think are out there in the future that we're going to be looking at funding, and you know, I hope you know that our commitment is very strong to that. Senator Hoeven, my former governor colleague, he and I talked at some length yesterday about the opportunities that we can work on together with North Dakota and DOE.
In my remaining seconds, let me first of all strongly encourage you and invite you to North Dakota as it now warms up and thaws out to come in and see the work at the University of North Dakota. Secondly, I want to ask for your assistance in advocating with us for a 45Q, the 45Q tax credit, which was slightly, improved in the most recent bill, but not very useful until we reconcile IRS and EPA rules so that it's more useful for these types of projects. It's essential. And then there's another credit, the refined coal credit, that I think just has to be extended so we can build this bridge again between basic research and commercialization. We're at the cusp, and we run the risk of losing all those opportunities. As you said, innovation, not regulation, is our motto. I like it. Let's live with it. Thank you.